he don't put himself in the box at all.
Absolutely.
So he can do anything. He can make anybody sound good.
Oh yeah. I had to mute myself because I was smiling ear to ear over here and laughing because great minds think alike, Tony.
This is HipHop-Album-Debate. Let's get the conversation going. Ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip-hop. Got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot. The number one place all day. This is HipHop-Album-Debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to Hip Hop Album Debate, the podcast. This is Q, and alongside of my co-host and my classmate, Tony Sweets.
Yeah.
The lovely Miss Tiffany. What's going on, family?
What's good?
Hi.
What's good, fam?
What's happening? We down one, man. Quea, Mr. Quea 3 Stax won't be with us on this episode, but hopefully he'll be with us next week. So we praying all is well with the brother. But anyways, this is episode 23, and this is the best producer debate. Like, who is your favorite producer, hip hop producer of all time? You don't have to go with the status quo. You don't have to go with everybody else. Like, who in your opinion, who's the best, or who's your favorite hip hop producer? And with that being said, we are going to start with my man, Tony Sweets. Talk to the people.
Appreciate that, Quartez. All right. So my guy, I'm going to ride with the guy that I've been riding with since the beginning. No matter what, I had to go with my Virginia guy, Pharrell Lancillo, or however you pronounce that, Pharrell Williams. The reason I'm going to start off with the reason why, high level, I say that he's one of the best, my favorite, but also in my mind, one of the best producers ever, is because he has the ability to transcend. He don't have to just do hip hop. He can produce for pop. He can do, if he wanted to, I bet Pharrell could do a gospel song and it still be tight. That's just how brilliant, how he don't put himself in the box at all. Absolutely. So he can do anything. He can make anybody sound good. He just has that thing about him, that charisma, he's been able to reinvent himself. And I say that is because when he first came out, him and the Neptunes, when they had that group, him and Chad Hugo. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things where you could definitely tell a Neptune beat because of the pew pew boom 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 boom, all the
make it bling like the Neptune sound. Yep.
Right, the Neptune sound. Boom boom boom.
Yeah.
You could hear that in every song back then.
Yeah.
Oh no. See, and the thing, he can transcend, and he reinvented himself to the point where he can produce a song, but you can bob your head to it and it sounds good, but you have to go back and say, oh, Pharrell did that one. One of the songs that stands out in my mind is the song Lucifer off Jay-Z's. Let me see which album that was.
The Black Album, wasn't it?
The Black Album.
I think it was, yeah.
Lucifer. Man, the song was just riding. Then come to find out Pharrell did that one. Yeah. And so it's like, the ability he has to, you put him up there with the top of the Timberlands, the Kanye West, all those guys. You put him up there with those guys, but he's able to. He don't try to be nobody else.
Right.
Like when everybody else try to do something or try to change themselves in a way that it's not really them, but they're just trying to keep up with what's going on. He don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart enough and he's talented enough to reinvent himself and be modern and be more up to date with what's going on, but still stay in his lane and still do the things that still be himself and within it. You know what I'm saying? The ability to take somebody else's song and flip it, remix it, and he he can go away. And I say go away, I mean like you won't hear nothing from Pharrell, and you don't hear songs that he's produced for a while, but then he'll come back and it just sounds amazing because of when he's away, he's studying, he's seeing what everybody else is doing, and he's gonna find a way to do it without actually losing himself in it. So that's why I give him full credit for being, in my mind, one of my favorite producers, one of the best producers ever.
I felt that, man. I'll piggyback off that, man. I'll say this, Miss Tiffany, then I'll let you go. But you look at two of the biggest rappers in the game, just in terms of longevity. You got Snoop and Jay-Z. Man, for real, fingerprints is all over their catalog. And, you know, and if it weren't for real, you know, true enough, Master P came and got Snoop, you know, out of a situation and helped him out. But going into the 2000s, Snoop didn't have Dr. Dre, you know. So it was for real, you know, produced those songs, you know, Beautiful. That was a big hit, you know. Beautiful. I just want you to know. Yeah. My favorite. Yeah, that was for real Williams. And that was a sound like unlike a traditional Snoop, you know, and that extended Snoop's career. That gave his career I ain't gonna say a lifeline, but it definitely extended it. So but anyway, yeah, kudos to Pharrell, man. All right, you ready, Miss Tiffany?
Oh yeah. I had to mute myself because I was smiling ear to ear over here and laughing because great minds think alike, Tony, because mine was Pharrell too.
Look, that's why you should have went first. You should have went first.
No, it's all no, not at all. We're just gonna just have a lot of Pharrell love happening. But that's why I said it was tough. It's because my first reaction when we picked this topic was like Pharrell, and that was just like my gut reaction on it. I'm like, I'm gonna go with it, but I was like, no, like just do a little bit more research, and because you know I love Q-Tip and all too, but I'm like, but he's so distinct in his style that I just kept going back to Pharrell. So I stuck with Pharrell too. So just kind of also adding on to what Tony already said, like in terms of transcending and like staying innovative, I think he's just a good dude that has just like a great personality just in general. And he probably doesn't let the industry get him down too much because he can kind of work with anyone. Right. It seems.
Yep.
He has the Midas touch no matter the genre when it comes to hip hop, funk, pop. I mean, even he worked with Fall Out Boy and really helped them be successful, which is kind of more of a pop punk band. Right. One of my favorite songs of all time is Drop It Like It's Hot. And he has all the little like, you know, the click and the clack with his own voice. He just throws in there. Yeah. Like click clack in his mouth. Yeah. He also worked with Clips. He did, like you kind of mentioned, he worked with Jay-Z, Kanye West. He's worked with Pusha T. Even works with some newer artists like Frank Ocean, Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott. He did Milkshake by Khalees.
I forgot.
I also didn't know that he did. Yeah. I didn't know. I learned this when I was researching that. I didn't know he did Got Your Money by Old Dirty Bastard.
Really?
Yeah. I had to double check that reference because I didn't believe it at first. And so I had to find a few other references that said, yes, it definitely he was a producer. And like, I would clarify, Tony mentioned this, but it's Pharrell with the Neptunes, but I think Pharrell kind of gets a lot of credit, but Chad Hugo for sure.
Absolutely.
You know, they partner a lot on this. So I guess it's more kind of that team. Yeah. What else? Oh, he is minimalistic. I was reading a little bit about this, but he still can stay innovative. So I think just because he keeps it simple and he really helps the artist shine like in their own way, it's just what makes him so good. And yeah, I'm all about Pharrell. He's great.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, isn't that something, man?
Oh, I wanted to add one quick note. I'm sorry, I forgot one other thing I want to know. I also tried to. I started going down the rabbit hole too of just trying to find female producers. This is kind of just a sidebar, but I know it's more of a male-dominated industry generally, but there's some pretty cool up-and-comers that maybe in the future we can talk about. But you know, Missy Elliott's obviously one, but there's also this Ebony Naomi is one, and then Wonder Girl. Anyway, but in terms of just female producers, there's some women that are really getting into the game, so it'll be really cool to see kind of where they go with some of it too.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm done now.
Absolutely. Yeah, shout out to the females, man. Shout out to I mean, shoot, look at all the careers you know, Missy saved or extended. You know what I'm saying? I mean, geez, from Lil' Kim to Keisha Cole to oh man, of course Aaliyah, you know, the whole I mean, I know Timbaland was producing, but Missy, she wrote a lot of Aaliyah songs, and you know, that was a big deal, her coming from, you know, the Age Ain't Nothing But a Number album with R. Kelly producing, and then, you know, that whole thing goes down. So we can't work with Kel because he, you know, he doing more, you know, more than what he's supposed to be doing in the studio. So anyway,
he gonna do other stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. My favorite R&B artist, man, Kel. But I'm, you know, I'm not for wrong. You know, if he wrong, if he did wrong, hey, let the law of the land prevail. You know what I'm saying? But regarding his music, you know, the guy's a musical genius, and so anyway, you know, that was a big deal, you know, for Aaliyah to work with him. But then, okay, now she can't. And so now, okay, what's she going to do with this second album? And it just, you know, One in a Million, Missy and Timbaland, man, come on. You know, that's, you know, I mean, if that album wouldn't have did what it did, Aaliyah probably would have been just another, you know, teen artist, you know, that had a good album, you know, and that was that. But we still talking about Aaliyah still to this day because of the One in a Million album, which was written by Missy, produced by Timbaland. I think she did produce some. I'm not for sure on that particular album, but I know Missy is a producer as well, you know. But okay. So for me, let me shout. Let me shout out some legends. They not my producer, but I just want to shout them. I mean, they not my favorite, but they somebody that I respected because, you know, we from the era where when we bought a CD or a cassette tape, we were always read the credits. We always flip it on the back and read the credits. Yep. So I knew a lot of these names before I even knew who they were, you know, just because that's what I did. I always looked at the back of the credits, you know. And I know, you know, Tony, we've had this conversation. I know, you know, me and Corey, we had this conversation. I know he said you and him, y'all used to do that a lot, you know.
Take pride in it, man.
Right. Find
out who did the samples and everything, where the sample came from and everything.
Right. Right, yeah. Hey, because I stand corrected before the show started, you know, with the rich boy. You know, like that was the bars. You like, no, that was Switch. I'm like, right. So you know, hey, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know, because people think those songs by Switch, you would have thought they was the bars, but actually they weren't. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, so I got to shout out the legends, man. Marley Marl, the Track Masters, they did a lot, you know, in the 90s, you know, with Foxy Brown, and a lot of that stuff that was coming from the East Coast. LL Cool J, you know, the Track Masters was doing. Of course, DJ Premier, Organized Noise. They, you know, they worked with Outkast in the beginning. DJ Quick. Cool and Dre did a lot, you know, with Rick Ross. They was kind of responsible for that, you know, that new Miami sound. So, we ain't gonna say they were responsible, but they played a big part, you know, with Rick Ross and a lot of his early stuff. Of course, Pete Rock, The Bomb Squad. They saved Ice Cube career because when he left NWA, he thought he was gonna be able to let Dr. Dre produce, and Eazy-E was like, Dre ain't producing you. You ain't with us. He not producing you. So he had to go to the East Coast and get them beats by the Bomb Squad, Chuck D them and them. So anyway, shout out to the Bomb Squad. Shout out to Eric Sermon. Shout out to the Neptune. All right. So that's the legends. I mean, it's plenty of them. I can't name all of them. But also,
what?
Right. Yeah, it's too many to name. But I do want to shout out some unsung producers that you probably don't hear about. Or maybe you would, but not like you should, in my opinion. Number one, Shawty Redd. Shawty Redd did a lot of production for Jeezy. He was the one that produced and wrote Snoop's song, the Sexual Eruption. That song, I'm gonna take my time. She gonna get her before I. Anyway, Shawty Redd was behind that. And last but not least, Shawty Redd was behind Drama, Terrence Cook's song, that Left, Right, Left. Shawty Redd produced that. So shout out to Shawty Redd. Yeah. Shout out to Daz, Snoop's cousin. He did a lot with Death Row. And sad to say, I think Dre got a lot of the credit that a lot of the production Daz did. Dre might have went in and mixed it, and Dre got the credit, or got some of the credit. And not to say he shouldn't have got any credit, but if I produced the beat and you just brought the snares down and brought the bass up a little bit, now that's your beat. I don't think that's right, So shout out to Dad from the Dog Pound. Shout out to Zaytoven. Zaytoven worked with Jeezy. I mean, not Jeezy, with Gucci Mane. If it weren't for Zaytoven, it wouldn't be no Gucci Mane. And also I like Zaytoven because he is a Christian brother and he stand on his values. That's hard to do in hip hop, but he stand on that. And I do like. I mean, me being a believer myself, I like to see that in hip hop because we do need more good. I mean, even if you're a non-believer, we need more good. And it's just good to see somebody like Zaytoven that's standing on, principles in the midst of hip hop. So Zaytoven, T-Mix, Rick Rubin is somebody's name that doesn't get mentioned a lot. And I think his name should get mentioned more. He was behind the Beastie Boys, and, LL Cool J, some of their early stuff, and Run DMC, and he produced for Jay-Z. He didn't, So Rick Rubin, he infused a lot of that punk rock into hip hop, and I think his name should get mentioned more, in my opinion. But anyway.
Oh, really? I feel like I hear about him a lot.
Well, you know what, we do, but when the conversation, well, we do, because you do hear Rick Rubin name a lot. You do, So do you know that
artist Spank Rock?
Who?
Spank Rock. He's a Philly guy.
Oh no!
I don't know if he still produces, but he has a song called Rick Rubin. So every time he talks about
Rick Rubin,
I just think about that.
Oh man!
Yeah. So
Rick Rubin is somebody I wish I could just hang out with him when I wouldn't even say a Saturday night. I would want to hang out with him on a Tuesday night where it's just quiet and I could just pick his brain. You know what I'm saying? Saturday night it's too loud. Everybody. It's a party on the weekend.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with Rick Rubin on a Tuesday night where it's just not a big crowd, and I just pick his brain, man. Like. Because he produced the LL Cool J, Going Back to Cali. Like how, just.
Oh yeah.
What was it like being with LL, the Beastie Boys, Run DMC? Working with Russell Simmons in the early days. Getting Def Jam off the ground. Like I would love to pick his brain. But anyway, all right. I done said all that just to say this. And I'm going to quote a lyric. Players from the South stack cheese. I got beats by the pound, just like quarter keys. Beats by the pound. That's my favorite production team. They was the ones that behind Master P and No Limit, all that 90s stuff. They were the ones that were behind that. And that's my favorite production team. KLC, Moby Dick, Craig B, and there's two other guys. I can't think of their names, but yeah, they're a big production team. They were the ones that was behind, all that No Limit stuff in the 90s. So,
oh yeah,
beats by the pound. So that's me.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Y'all ready?
Oh, right. Yeah.
We gotta
Yep.
we missing a singer, so we may be off key because we missed. All right. Y'all ready?
There go.
On 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Let's go to
the Congress. Yeah.
Hi.
Woo!
Get a drama song. No.
Oh God.
All right. Yes, unfortunately, we don't have any comments on this episode, but it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. All right. So, all right. Anybody got anything else before we jump off?
Shout out JD, Jermaine Dupri. He's a great producer. If Quea would have jumped on, I definitely would have beat him up and down with Timberland. And how great of a producer he is. But give a shout out to Timberland, great producer, can dabble in multiple hats, multiple genres. JD the same way. He recently had another hit song that came out with Ari Lennox, Pressure. My 3-year-old can't stop singing that song.
JD produced that.
Yeah. Bro, in the beginning, he say, look, y'all know what this is. He tell you this is him.
Oh, God, boy.
Yeah, that's JD.
See, Tiffany, that's why I say I'm not the brightest bulb in the socket. See, I should have caught that. God, dang.
And I'm going to tell you now, one of the best albums that nobody give credit to, one of the best albums.
Ooh.
Jermaine Dupri, Life of Times of
1472.
1472.
Yes.
Man, one of the best albums ever that don't nobody like.
Yes.
You don't get a lot of people talking about it, man. But the producing he did on that album with Keith Sweat and all those, man.
Man, listen.
Man.
See, Tony, you on the road because now you talking about you and Miss Tiffany, great minds think alike. When you said that album, the first song that came to my mind was that's my favorite song on that album, that Keith Sweat. If I buy you with drinking, you drinking.
Man,
coming
home with me. That and that Too Short song,
Jazzy Hoes.
Man.
Yep.
Quartez?
Little fast bitch at the sarcastic, trying to get the cash quick.
Too
you
short,
need to get your ass kicked.
Went off for no reason. I'm not even a Too Short fan, but he went off for no reason, man.
Oh, I love Short Dog, man. I was listening to it when I shouldn't have been listening to it because,
right.
Yeah, I was 8 or 9 years old listening to Born to Mac and Freaky Tales, Life is Too Short. I was listening to all of that when I shouldn't have. Again, my parents, they'll probably whoop my ass now if they knew I was listening to all that cursing at that time.
But shout out to JD, man.
Yeah,
brought out Bow Wow and everything, man. He still got it, man.
Shout out to JD as a hip hop guy, but it's funny you mentioned Pressure from Ari Lennox. That's how you say her name, right? Beautiful sister too, man. Beautiful
sister. Yes, sir.
Yeah. shout out to JD for what he's done on the R&B side of things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want when I talked about Pharrell saving Snoop. Well, I ain't gonna say save. I don't know, man. Cause Snoop, Pharrell gave him new life in the 2000s, and Pharrell was just what Snoop needed, and he definitely played a role in Jay-Z extending his career. JD did that with Mariah Carey. We Belong Together. Because everybody was shitting on Mariah Carey after she came out with that glitter shit. They were shitting on her hard. They had wrote her off. And then when she came out with that We Belong Together, man.
He put Janet on the map too. He put out an album. He produced one of her albums when they were going together.
Who that?
Janet Jackson. Jermaine Dupri produced one of her Janet album. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Bro, another Atlanta story. I was going through Atlanta a lot, man. I was delivering to Dollar Generals. This is back in 2005. Bro, I was in Atlanta damn near every day or every other day. Bro, they played the hell out of that Call on Me, that Janet Jackson and Nelly. Man, V103, they played, I mean, they were gonna make you like it if you didn't like it, but it was a banging song. And I still listen to it to this day. That Janet Jackson featuring Nelly. Call me if you ever need or something. I never leave. All you have to do is call. Yeah. And Jermaine Dupri produced that. JD produced that. So yeah, shout out to JD because he definitely helped revise Mariah Carey's career for real with that album with I can't think of the name of the album, but it's the one with We Belong Together.
Emancipation of Mimi or something like that.
And participation, whatever, of Mimi. Hey, what is y'all know I can't goddamn
Emancipation, brother.
Emancipation. Yeah. Emancipation of Mimi. Because
it rhymes with proclamation, if that helps.
Hey,
man, look, that's the quarter coming out of.
That's right. Hey, look, I got these JJ lips, man. These JJ Evan lips. My lips get in the way. But
sounds good, brother.
Yeah, that's the album. Shake It Off. Remember that song? I gotta shake it off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, JD. Shout out to JD, man. So, yeah. So that's it, man. You got anything on your mind, Miss Tiffany, before we make like a chip and dip?
No, man. There's a lot of great producers out there.
Great ones.
I think this would be a good. We could do another one of these in like a year and have a whole nother part 2.
Oh, let's do it. We could do it. We could do a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just say this, man. I'm just big on when you got your favorite rappers, whoever that may be, and then when you understand, it was a pivotal moment in their careers. Again, Snoop. Snoop he's just an easy example to use. Snoop, he left Death Row. His life got extended. Career got extended. Well, hell, I don't know. I guess his life got extended too when he signed with No Limit because they protected him. Like, look, ain't nothing gonna happen to him, while he's under our watch. So they did that. But I think in the 2000s, if Snoop wouldn't have got with Pharrell, Snoop would have been just another rapper from the 90s that did his thing in the 90s. But that's it. I don't think he would have. You go, Tiffany. Tiffany got moves.
That's his dance. He's just always like,
"Hey, go ahead. You like Bankhead bounce. This my pinky, this my thumb. Bankhead bounce.
It's close. It's close.
Right there you go. You got.
For the listeners out there, we're just moving our shoulders.
Right. That's it. That's it. Oh,
but I just
man.
love that. Every time that song came on, I'd be like, ooh.
Oh man,
Like
come
a
on.
bud.
That
I'm gonna have to
those
listen to that when we get off.
were the days, man. Come on now. That's why I tell people, you know, with people from the South, man, we make more than just booty music. We make, you know, whatever. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with making booty music if that's it, you know. Look what Uncle Luke did and Two Live Crew. That's all they did. You know, and they are legends to this day. You know, if that's your thing, that's your calling, and that was a part of the Southern culture. You know, the booty shaking. That's why they call it booty music. That's what we was doing. You know, so yeah.
Well, and it has some roots in there too. Like it's not like it's, you know, a new way of dance or anything. There's some, you know, cultural roots there. I went to a Two Live Crew show when I was living in Vancouver. This was probably 2011, 2012. And it was only Chinaman, R.I.P. And Luther wasn't there. It was the other one I'm forgetting. So it was just the two.
Oh yeah,
and they had
brother something. You got Chinaman and brother. Is it brother something? I can't think of dude. The other one. Yeah, I can't think his
Brother
name.
Marquis.
Brother Marquis.
Yeah. Marquis.
Yeah, Brother Marquis. Yeah.
And I said Luther, but Wikipedia said it's Luke Campbell. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I thought it was Luther Campbell.
It's Luther.
I did too.
That's his real name, Luther Campbell. But you know, I think his rap name he went by Luke, and then you know Uncle Luke. He had 100 names, Luke Skywalker. But George Lucas got on his ass about that, so he had to stop using that.
Really?
Yeah. He filed a lawsuit against him. Because he spelled it with like three Y's, Luke Skywalker, but it was like 3 Y's, and like, nah, bro, I need that
back. You would not do my name like that.
Right. You gonna have folks thinking, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, you know, at your concerts, you know, popping and shaking their ass. So nah,
throwing ones.
Right.
There was a lot of booty shaking still, though. Even in 2011 or 12, whenever that was, they had a lot.
Tiffany, don't let me find no video you was on stage, you know, where in Vancouver with Two Live Crew now.
No, you know what's funny is there actually is a video of me in the crowd because they had pictures from that show, and my ex-boyfriend and I, like, you can see us like super close to the stage. In the crowd.
Really?
So I know I did not get on stage. I wasn't good enough to get on stage. I had to just booty dance from the floor.
We gonna dig it up, Tony. We gonna dig it up.
Got to, man.
Yeah. I can just see it now, Tiffany popping it. Ooh, me so hard. Ooh, me so love me a long time. Oh man. Okay. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to eat the jelly belly. I'm sorry, fans. But I can't wait, man. I'm telling you, this is my drug. It just keep calling me, man. Just keep calling me. So we can wrap it up, man. Episode 23.
Yep.
Like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, we out. Or is we out?
We
out, man.
I think
be safe on your way home.
Hey,